What's up, everybody? Welcome to another SkinnySumoBros movie discussion. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Guerra, and today I'm joined by
Denis, one of the other Skinny Sumo Brothers.
He still thinks he's still on audition. He's still on trial. Again, vote in the comments whether you think Denis should be brought into the Skinny Sumo Brother team. But in order to help him get some more footage and get some chances, we went and watched the screener for the new movie Spy, Melissa McCarthy comedy. And we ended up watching it, so I'll just kind of get right into it right now. Denis, what'd you think?
Loved it. I mean, I think from the get-go, the whole movie was just, like you were saying, it's a comedy. I think they just went right into it the whole time. There was a few moments at the very beginning, you're like, oh, this could be maybe a little serious. If you haven't seen the trailers, obviously, you're like, whoa, this could be some type of interesting movie. And then just like 5 minutes in, you're just like, okay, I see where they're going with this. Just hysterical.
Yeah, I forgot about that, actually. The really beginning is kind of real serious. And you know it's not a serious movie, but it like starts really serious. And then all of a sudden, it's like, what just happened?
Yeah. I mean, this is a movie discussion, so we always say that, you know, we do give away some of the spoilers.
Yeah, there might be
here.
a few spoilers here, but it's a comedy. You're not missing too much.
Yeah, I mean, you're just going to enjoy the movie for what it is. And I always go, and I think I told you guys this last time with the Mad Max, I've been doing it a lot more often where I don't watch trailers very often for movies. Usually it's the ones I see before the big movies in the movie theater, but I don't do that anymore where I watch the trailers because I'm enjoying these movies more just going into it with no expectations, and I'm having a blast. And that movie was another one, just like Mad Max, I enjoyed.
I completely agree with you. Especially with comedies, I try to avoid all trailers whatsoever because I feel like nowadays comedies, like the trailers ruin all the jokes. All the good jokes are always in the trailer. Then you go to the movie and you kind of don't laugh that much and you're like, it's just
and the parts that already came up, you could just hear the laughs as like a...
It's like a ha. It's not nearly as funny because we've seen the trailer a million times.
Exactly.
Yeah, so especially with comedies, I'm against that. And let me go ahead and back this up a minute. Melissa McCarthy, she's kind of become a rising star in Hollywood. She's got her own TV shows and things like that. She's on various shows. That's that show that she's on. Molly and Jim and Molly or something like that.
Yeah, Molly and Mike.
Yeah, that's the one. I don't watch
Mike
the show.
But
she's real popular in that and some other stuff too. But I guess with Bridesmaids, she was in that movie and she was probably the funniest part about that movie. And then she went and did Identity Theft, which I thought was garbage.
I only saw part of the movie. I didn't end up finishing it
because it was bad.
And you made a great comment about her that you were saying that she's almost a little bit too much at this point.
So that's what I want to get at. I feel like she's starting to become oversaturated. Like we're starting to get several movies that are like her, or even movies that was that Renee or. No. Freaking whatever. She just almost won an Oscar. She's in the movie with the Modern Family chick that just came out. Whatever, it's not important. There's another movie that came out that literally might as well have been a Melissa McCarthy script. So Hollywood obviously recognizes that people like her, and they're trying to make these movies that are like her. She was also in that hot... The Heat? The Heat. I never saw that movie. Heard it was funny. But then she was also in some other movies after that were not as good.
I think she's being a little characterized.
Yeah,
a little bit to the point where
typecast.
She's typecast, where she's kind of just that hysterical, oddball that everyone ends up loving. So I know what you're saying about oversaturation, because even Tammy was not that great. It was almost a little awkward at some point.
Yeah, see,
too.
And that's the thing is that I feel like those other movies, like Identity Theft and Tammy, are trying to capitalize on her ad-libbing and being funny, because a lot of movies do that nowadays, and unfortunately a lot of the problem with that is that you don't get a good story usually, or you don't get jokes that kind of work into the story that make it funny, and often you're just like, it's tired. This movie, though, she teams back up with, was it Kevin Feige? Yeah, the director, who was also the director of the what was that? The Heat, and of Bridesmaids. So together with her, she's had her best movies, and now this movie she's with him as well. And I got to admit, man, they're a great power couple in terms of comedy. Yeah, because he obviously has a story written. And the story isn't like super spectacular or anything like that, but the movie knows where it's going. It has a place where it knows where it's headed, and all the jokes work in there along the way. Whether it's ad libbed or not. I really liked her in this movie, and I've been reaching the point where she was oversaturated to me. I was kind of getting annoyed with her and bored with her. This movie revitalized my like for Melissa McCarthy.
Well, I think probably with this director then, because you brought up a great point. I mean, he probably just brings out the best in her, and he knows how to get the most out of her
for her jokes
way.
And so forth. Yeah,
and maybe not overdo it with her, because there was a lot of big actors in here that really didn't. I didn't expect to take up as much of the screen as they did. Jason Statham.
Jason Statham, yeah.
I think he stole the show or the movie, whatever you want to say.
Absolutely did.
He stole it in my heart.
Absolutely.
He was just an oddball character as well. He's one of those guys. He's like a macho guy. He thinks he could do everything.
I wrote this in my review for the movie for the website, right? For SkinnyReview.net. Go check it out.
We'll add it to the links.
Yeah, we should. Statham is playing the character that he always plays in every movie that we've seen him before. He's the tough guy, badass, who can do anything in any situation. Only in this movie,
he knows that.
He knows that, and he's so ridiculously over the top playing that it's hilarious. It like works so well. And I thought he was gonna have a small role too. I thought he was gonna, because like the trailers make him look kind of small. He's throughout the
film. Like he was a cameo or something.
And it's so good. He's hilarious.
He's actually not even. Like throughout the whole movie, he comes in like spurts,
which
I think
which is perfect.
Was making it really well because he was here at the beginning, then he was here a little bit later, and then this part, and it's just like he pops up everywhere.
Yeah. So he doesn't overstay his welcome. You don't get tired of him, and then when he does come in, his jokes are working in that situation every time.
My favorite one was probably when he was walking into that door or walking into the room, and his like jacket gets caught, and so he gets yanked back and just falls to the floor. It's like
what?
But you think he's gonna storm in the room and save the day, but he just sits on the floor.
But on that same note, him and Melissa McCarthy, I thought had really good chemistry. Like I thought their back and forth like was really natural. I thought they were really good together. And that also saying with her, Melissa McCarthy was also really good with Rose Byrne, who was playing the villain chick. I forgot her name of the character. You could probably look it up there. But she, Rose Byrne is also
Raina.
Raina, yeah, she's also a comedic actor. She's most probably notably in Neighbors. She plays Seth Rogen's wife in Neighbors. And she's funny as well on her own, but her delivery with McCarthy is fantastic to the point where like we're supposed to hate her because she's a total bitch, and she's a total bitch, but you can't help but like her as a villain, as a total bitch to Melissa McCarthy because of the way that her character is. But then McCarthy's comeback to her is so good too. Like their chemistry is fantastic. So like just in general, like, this is literally one of the best comedies that I've seen in a while. Definitely this year, I think that this is hands down the best comedy.
Has there been anything else this year?
There was The Wedding Ringer.
Oh, there was.
Which I thought was funny, but this movie's better.
If you're going to compare, I would say this takes the cake.
Yeah, so far this has been a better movie. I love how they make fun of all the tropes, the typical spy movie tropes, you know, like some of the ones that we see in these movies right here, you know, a little James Bond action. They make fun of them, and
speaking of those, though, too, I have something.
Okay, well, just the tropes that they make fun of in these movies, like she finds herself in these situations that we've seen spies in before, and we've seen them get out of, like all ridiculousness, but she gets out of them in her own way. That's like refreshing, and you know she's gonna get out of it, but it's just funny the way that it happens because it's not what you expect always. And she's like a little, like they always cast her as like a little housewife or whatever she is, and she's like, why am I always the housewife, blah blah blah.
Well, although her identities are housewife,
and they're hilarious, right? Yeah. So
what about she has like 10 cats?
Yeah, she's like, I'm a cat lady. Yeah, so there's some really good stuff in this movie. I definitely would recommend checking it out. If you're looking for a film to watch just to get out of the heat, literally. If you're living where we live or just anywhere you're looking for a summer fun time movie, this is it. You don't necessarily have to see it in the theater.
This would even be a great date movie.
Definitely a good date movie because you're going to both probably laugh and joke about it as well. Like that.
It was a lot of fun, and like you're saying too, comedies are not really needed to be seen in theaters, but if you just need something to kind of hold you over until some of the other big movies, like I was gonna say Lego Jurassic Park.
Lego Jurassic
The
Park.
game is just sitting in my head just because
obviously.
it's coming out soon too. But Jurassic World's gonna be big as well. So this is kind of like a filler.
It's a nice bridge, yeah, and it's a nice change of pace.
Yeah, I would say too, with all the action movies that have been coming out, superheroes. You know, we saw Mad Max. There was also Marvel, Avengers.
Ant-Man's coming out soon.
So I think like you're saying, yeah, this is a great little in between.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Oh yeah. So I was talking to him about this, and apparently he didn't notice.
I was laughing too hard. I didn't notice.
So Jason Statham, like we were saying, he knows his characters. Ridiculous, right? So he sits there and he's explaining to Melissa McCarthy's character that he's the best because he can fly a helicopter with no eyes open. He can
do like
what are the crazy stuff? Like he can swim underwater with a shark and don't breathe for 5 minutes.
I could do whatever I want. I could kill a man with the French and whatever. You know, like just like kind of upping her on all the way that he's better than her and that kind of thing.
I would say so, yeah. And one of the ones that he was saying, he said that he at one point revived himself by electrocuting himself, and I was just like, wait a second. I'm pretty sure I've seen that movie, and I think he was referencing himself,
which is awesome.
Which I think was the best thing ever. Meta. And we couldn't remember the name.
That Crank. Yeah,
we're like, what was it? Plug in.
I couldn't remember what the name was, but like the thing about that is that I didn't catch that joke at all. I was busy laughing at him and all other stuff he was saying. But Dennis caught that joke, so now I kind of want to go watch it again to catch that joke again because obviously I missed stuff.
We actually want to go back and have a list of all his movies, all his action movies, and just kind of see if any of them kind of work together. Of the ones he describes, I want to see if any of them have like the transporter.
Well, we got to take Bernardino because he's good at those kind of things.
Yeah,
so we'll take him next time. But
maybe
if he can never be here,
maybe we'll do a part 2 to this.
Yeah, maybe he's no longer a Skinny Super Brother. I'm just kidding.
Comment
I'm
below.
just kidding. Anyways, comment below. Look at him. He's out for blood. You see that, Bernardino? He's out for blood. Anyways, that pretty much wraps it up. This is getting ridiculously long for no reason. But like I said, if you're a Melissa McCarthy fan, check it out. If you want to see Jason Statham be funny, check it out. Really good film in terms of comedy.
Jude Law was even good in this.
Yeah, Jude Law was kind of like the most unassuming because he was more of a straight man.
Yeah.
And he was fine, though. He was good. But all in all, really good, really fun movies. Definitely check it out. Yeah. Anything else, Dave?
No, I'm pretty good.
All right. Well, you can if you like what you see, you can like the video or subscribe to us on YouTube. Of course, you can reach out to me on Twitter, thebusdriver05, or at SkinnySumoBros. We also have a Twitter. Do you have a Twitter handle?
Yeah, Small Fry 2.
Small Fry 2.
Yep, I'll add it to the link as
That's not a very Skinny Sumo Bro name.
Yeah, because I'm smaller than both y'all. So.
Well,
and I like fries. Who doesn't like fries? Especially when there's a random curly in there. Oh.
Ugh, please get this guy off my
What?
I'm just kidding. Anyways, well, thanks for watching, guys.
Cool. And comment. Don't forget to comment below to see if Aaron's gonna stay.
Or no, to see if Dennis is on board.
I'm already here. I don't know what you're talking about. This is my second video. You guys love me.